Brian Henderson is a revolutionary in the documentary space.
This is the wildest shit ever, man. This is amazing.
Of the 27 documentaries Brian has made, only one of them hasn't gotten any awards. It was his first one. It wasn't very good. I mean, even thinking about it right now makes me feel kind of gross.
Like, it's so clearly the vision of one man, and a wild man at that, that's willing to make these kind of films.
It's a typical rags to riches story. Brian was a nobody. He raised himself from the age of 12 when his parents wanted to move to Sardinia, but couldn't afford a plane ticket for him, so they just left him behind.
What? They still believe that? I said that in an interview as a joke.
When you're watching a documentary made by Brian, there's a few significant things he does differently. You've probably seen a documentary where the lights and equipment are visible during the interview. Brian started that. He wanted the viewers to get a raw feeling, like they were there watching in person.
No, I couldn't care less about all that. The truth was, I just couldn't be bothered to move the equipment. So I was just like, what if I just film with it in the background? And then it really kind of ended up working, which was really strange. I started seeing it in other documentaries.
He will show just the nose of the subject to give you the feeling like you're in a crowd and your line of sight is blocked.
Actually, I just bumped the tripod in the middle of recording and just decided to go with it. And that one also seemed to work out somehow as well.
He will film just their feet, creating suspense. I mean, honestly, I'm feeling suspenseful right now just thinking about it.
They had an ugly face, so I was like, this is not gonna look good on camera. So I was like, why don't I just film your feet instead?
In one interview, he put a plant in front of a subject, giving it a calm, naturey feel.
They had a less ugly face, so I thought if I filmed them through some plants, then it would show that there's a human there, but it'd be less defined.
If I had to give you my favorite documentary he's made, it'd probably be the one about how sweatshops are good for the environment. Wait, if this is going in the documentary, do you think you could like blur my face or change my voice or something like that? Don't really want everybody knowing about that, what I just said.
Yeah, that was the first documentary I made. I wanted to create controversy, get my name out there. I'm surprised someone said that was their favorite, you know? Most people aren't brave enough to do that. You know, that one usually gets a ton of hate.
Brian has the ability to make a documentary on any subject, ones most people would think would be impossible. Take his fourth film, The Life Cycle of a Dust Bunny. That sold 20 million copies and has been on the UK Netflix since 2007.
Dust bunnies are solitary creatures and can be easily startled. Dust bunnies are scavengers and will feed off any pet food laying around. We've been documenting the life of Bruno here for many months now, and he's starting to get used to us. However, the next day, Bruno sadly fell down the stairs, a situation that's almost always fatal for dust bunnies. We tried giving Bruno CPR, but it wasn't much help. As per his wishes, Bruno was given a traditional Viking send-off.
Brian's success has been a heated topic for debate. Experts in all fields have theories about his magic ability to tell stories. Some have claimed that he translates all of his scripts into Braille, because along with them sounding right, they also have to feel right.
Any topic can be made interesting. You just have to create a story around it. I don't really want to go too far into detail on that topic and spoil all my magic, because then everyone will be able to make documentaries.
What is for certain is that his recent documentary on the letters used to spell the word documentary is amazing.
D, the fourth letter of the alphabet, is one of 6 strong letters including H, K, M, N, and P. The letter D is used in only 4.3% of words, making it hard for people to get used to using it.
This was his most successful year yet, winning Brian the Docky, the Golden Cube, the Lionel and McCarthy Memorial, Documentary Film Association Best Picture, Documentary of the Year, People's Choice Award for Best Documentary Made for Under $30, the WOW Award for Outstanding Director.
It really has been a crazy year, but I'm staying focused and working on my next project, which is whether singers' mothers really did give them all that advice when they were younger. You know, like Mama said, don't give up. Mama told me when I was young. Mama said, make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Did their mothers really say that?
Brian recently had a scandal in his newest documentary, The Dangers of Blue Jeans, The Color Crisis, in which his experts weren't actual experts, but paid actors. I mean, I'm not a paid actor, I just really like his documentaries. Except for the first one.
I wasn't able to get enough experts for my documentary, so I thought, screw it, I'll just get actors instead. Nobody would have found out, but somehow my editor left in a rather unfortunate clip in the final edit. Oh, that was great. They're gonna totally believe that. What was your rate again? 10,000? I thought you weren't union. But I'd say I learned my lesson. Make sure you have a reliable editor.
And in typical Brian fashion, he made a documentary about it. Because of course he did.
That's the great thing about filming your own expose video. You can be more lenient on yourself. Which I didn't do that, though. Recently, documentary mastermind Brian Henderson came under fire from conspiracy theorists and others who hold unacceptable views. It was just horrible seeing so much undeserved hate thrown my way. They just need to leave it all up to us experts and trust us. You know, sometimes actors are better than experts. That shouldn't be something that difficult to get your head around. I mean, I invented the shot with the camera equipment in the background. I invented that. What have these haters done? Nothing. They have done nothing.
Brian has this unusual way of working with subjects. While most interviewers will come prepared with questions, Brian will make them up on the spot, resulting in longer filming times and criticism from other documentary filmmakers.
Writing questions down just takes too long. It's all up here. But ask anyone I've previously interviewed. I'm like the fun uncle of the documentary scene. You can show up drunk, high, you can make up answers to the questions, anything goes. And that enthusiasm comes across on camera.
Sometimes you need to be an unusual character in an industry to make changes, and it is clear Brian has done that with documentary filmmaking. His pieces will be enjoyed for generations to come.
I've won every award a documentary filmmaker can win, so I'm obviously doing something right.
It's amazing, there's nothing else like it out there. The way he commands color in each of his shots, changing it from blues to yellows, making all the audience honestly confused about what colors are even. His refusal to put epilepsy warnings before his films has resulted in many incidents and many more lawsuits. Doesn't mean his films are bad though.